Hi friends, great to see you again. I've already got my warm-up done, so I have my straight strokes here, my down and up and down strokes with the bend at the top or the bottom, and then a curved version of that. And then lastly, these kind of loop around strokes that we did in the last video. Okay, today we're going to do O's or loops or circles, depending how you look at it. Right? So a lot of times you might think if you're going to draw an O, you would just start at the top. You would go down, so it'd be thick, and then you would come back up and it would be thin. And that's an okay O, that's fine. But it's actually easier if you start on the side, because if you start at the top here, you're trying to connect where it changes from thick to thin, right? So you're trying to connect, you're trying to bring your thin line back up and match this kind of intermediate line that we have at the top and the bottom. So if we actually start over here on the side and we go up thin, curve around like we did on an earlier lesson, come down, curve around again like we did on an earlier lesson, and then meet it on the side. Okay? It's a little weird there because my pen is very wet and it's sort of made a blob. But if we don't let the pen sit there so long and we just kind of go up and around, down and thick, and up and thin, a very nice, smooth loop or O. Okay, so down thick and up thin. Okay, and just like all of our other strokes, we can vary the vertical part of it. So right now this O I just draws pretty vertical. I'll draw another one that's really vertical. Okay, so we can tilt it, draw at an angle. That's a really extreme angle. We can do it something in between, like that. We can also change how wide or narrow the letter is, right? So this one is really narrow, and we actually call that condensed when we talk about typography. And this one is going to be really wide. Okay. And that one, maybe even if it was wider, that's called extended in typography. So if we say like the one here maybe is normal, then this would be a condensed version, and that would be an extended or a wider version. So we're just going to do O's today. There's not going to be any variations too much. I mean, I suppose you could try drawing them starting over here and go down and then go up thin and back down thick. Okay, which is just a nice way to practice starting either on the thick or on the thin. When we actually write, we always start. Everybody writes them like this. Since all we're doing is O's, it might get, like I said, a little boring like it did before. So you can take in any of the other shapes that we've already done, the other strokes, and combine them, go back and forth. And so maybe you put some of these nice straight ones with the thin up on an angle, thick down vertical, thin up on an angle, thick down vertical, and then bring in a nice O. Okay, again, take your time. If you go slow, it's much easier to be really smooth and consistent. And remember to cover our whole page, and I do both sides. And as always, put the date so that you can look back and see your progress.